The surgical team will be waiting.
Good.
You'll be at the airport in 7 minutes. Your flight's on time.
This is going to be one complicated operation.
That's why they called you.
When you're something special, people know it.
This is Fox Channel 11 in Los Angeles.
Mr. President is brought to you by General Foods Corporation. Satisfying your family is what we're all about. And by Johnson & Johnson, where quality products have been a tradition for generations.
I've heard some people say that all pain relievers are the same. In the hospital after a boating accident, my doctor set me straight. He gave me Tylenol. It stopped the pain without irritating my stomach like aspirin or even ibuprofen can. With so many pain relievers today, some people might have trouble deciding, but I know what to trust. Tylenol, because they're not all the same.
Only one pain reliever is used most by hospitals. Tylenol.
La 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 la.
Wow, this raisin's fat.
Sure, it's full of natural sweetness. That makes Post Natural Raisin Bran special.
What do you mean?
But it's no ordinary Raisin Bran. These raisins taste so good naturally, they don't need sugar coating. Most Raisin Brands sugar coat their raisins.
That's silly. Why don't they just use the same kind of raisins as Post? Think about it.
Post Natural Raisin Bran. Great taste doesn't need sugar coating.
Old Squarehead laughed at my odd diamond head, but he couldn't clean better or more comfortably. So he left, and Peggy moved him.
Colgate Plus, the odd-looking, super-cleaning, comfy-feeling toothbrush.
Tired of finding the powder you use to clean your dishes on your dishes? Get Liquid Palmolive Automatic. It pours easily and rinses so clean, you'll want to throw a party. Break away from powders with Palmolive Automatic in New Lemon, too.
I may never go shopping again.
Miss Gullickson, I hope you're not mad because I didn't carry your packages.
I am not mad.
You understand the Secret Service doesn't permit agents to carry packages.
I know you have to keep your hands free to wrestle innocent bystanders to the ground.
Miss Gullickson, she was coming at you with a sharp object.
She was a salesgirl. She was going to cut the tags off.
Well, can't be too careful. Oh, is there anything else?
No, thank you. Why don't you just go frisk yourself?
Did you have a nice day?
I had a terrible day, thank you. I cannot take much more of these Secret Service agents.
What happened?
Well, I heard that Kmart was having a one-day sale on sheer-to-toe pantyhose with all-day massage. So I asked my Secret Service agent if I could scoot over to the store, you know, real low-key. Next thing I know, I am pulling up to Kmart in a motorcade, agents all around me. More of them are waiting for me in the store. It looked like the invasion of the Brooks Brothers.
I'll bet.
I mean, I don't know. I just cannot buy underwear surrounded by men wearing dark glasses.
The Secret Service is a total drag, but like Dad said, you get used to it.
Not everyone gets used to jail, Nicholas. I remember a movie once where Jimmy Cagney couldn't take it anymore, so he ran to the top of this propane tank, screamed for his mother, and blew up.
Yeah, it would be nice just once to be able to go down to the corner unescorted and get an ice cream sundae.
Let's do it.
Aunt Lois, we can't just walk out of the White House.
Children, 200 years ago, our founding fathers threw off the yoke of British tyranny. And then to celebrate, they all ran out to get some ice cream. Trust me, there's got to be a way.
Well, I'll bet if I put my mind to it, I could come up with an escape route.
Maybe there's a way I can jam their walkie-talkies.
All right, now you're talking. Okay, Cynthia, you start putting your mind to it. Nick, you start jamming, and then we will all rendezvous back here at
1900 hours.
Is that after dinner-ish? Exactly. Okay. Woo!
Hi, Lois.
Oh, hello, Sam.
I feel good. I think I've finally beaten the last obstacle to the arms treaty. Just got to go sell it to my staff.
What do you mean, sell it?
Just that. Try to get them to accept my recommendation.
Sam, that is to laugh.
What is it?
Oh, that some of your aides might not approve of something you said.
Listen, my staff is a bunch of tough-minded, independent thinkers. They disagree with anything I'd say, they let me know.
And I am sure Margaret Thatcher's staff tells her she's a snappy dresser. Well, come on, Sam, you're the president. You cannot tell me your staff doesn't spend a lot of time telling you what they think you want to hear.
Well, you couldn't be more wrong. And if my staff were here, I'm sure they'd agree with me. Or they wouldn't agree with me. Or some would and some wouldn't. Better get down there before the fight breaks out. Well, those are the options, gentlemen. Question comes down to, do I sign the treaty? I need opinions. Charlie?
Well, on the one hand, the terms of the treaty are slightly closer to what the Soviets want. On the other hand, it does put a genuine limitation on medium-range missiles.
I know the pros and the cons. What I need is a yes or a no. Steve?
Well, sir, I feel it's a yes or no situation. The basic accord has structural integrity, but there are disassembly factors that could become operative at any point within the time frame.
Steve, you should come with subtitles.
Well, I've got to agree with Charlie and Steve. There's no two ways about it. You've either got to sign this thing or not.
Aha!
Let me ask you, Mr. President, what is your feeling?
Well, I've been giving a lot of thought, and on a gut level, I'm inclined to sign.
I'm inclined to agree. It's an excellent treaty.
It's ratification ready.
Could be history-making.
I've always thought you should sign.
On the other hand, the Russians may be more desperate than they appear. What if we keep the options open, negotiations? We don't sign.
I never thought you should sign.
Well, you sure turned me around.
I can't argue with that.
Very persuasive.
All right. You all agree. I don't sign the treaty.
To a man, sir.
And that's interesting, very interesting, because I'm beginning to lean a little towards ratification again.
You too, sir?
Any of you beginning to share my doubts?
Well, I have doubts. I always had doubts.
I don't know how you do it, sir. It's like you peered into my soul.
Well, thank you so much. You've been an enormous help.
Hello, sir.
You know, I'm reminded of a wonderful statement by Mark Twain when he said, old Mr. Catfish, he may nibble at the bulrushes when old Mr. Bullfrog ain't looking. But when that steamboat whistle starts to blow, well, howdy.
That's wonderful, Mr. President.
Words to live by.
I can't wait till I tell it to the Joint Chiefs.
You know, Sam, that was the great thing about Twain. Not only was that quote funny, but it makes a lot of damn good sense.
I'm glad to hear that, Charlie, because I just made all that crap up and I have no idea.
400 plus 2,400. No.
I hate to admit it, Lois, but you were right.
Oh, Sam, how could you doubt that? Right about what?
Just had a meeting with 4 of my top advisors. They agreed with everything I said.
Well, you know me. I'm not the type to say I told you so.
I appreciate that.
Well, it's a good thing because I think we're in a definite I told you so area.
But you're not going to say it, right?
No, 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 no. Although we do know somebody said I told you so. Let's think back, see if we can figure out who that was. Was it Cynthia? Was it Nick?
All right, Lois. You told us.
Let that go, Sam. It's not healthy to dwell on it.
I don't know what's happened to those guys. I used to be able to count on getting it straight from them, especially Charlie. I mean, he used to say, Sam, you're being a moron, or Sam, don't act like a jackass.
Thoughtful, sweet Charlie.
Now that you pointed it out to me, I realize that lately it's been right, Mr. President, brilliant, Mr. President. Well, why are they all acting like that?
Well, Sam, you probably intimidate them.
Preposterous. Don't be a damn fool, woman. How can you say that I'm intimidating?
Not intimidating. I wouldn't say intimidating. Did I say intimidating?
Whatever it is, I can't put up with much more of it. Tonight, tonight is our weekly poker game. I'm going to see how far they go. I'm going to find out just how much pandering they're willing to do. Tonight, Lois, I'm going to demean, debase, and humiliate my entire staff.
For their own good, Sam?
No, just for the hell of it.
Everything's set. I have figured out the perfect escape route.
And I figured out what frequency the Secret Service is using today. All I have to do is jam the communications with this. By the time they figured out what happened, we'll be knee-deep in Jamocha almond fudge.
Okay. Time for me to do my part. Born free as the wind blows. Hello, Agent Broder. This is Miss Gullickson. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you that the children and I are going to go to bed early tonight. Yeah, the kids are just out on their feet.
Or soon to be.
And, I have to catch up on some beauty sleep. Well, it's very nice of you, but really I do. Oh, you don't have to say that. Stop it. Shame on you.
Aunt Lois.
No, my eyelids are just too heavy to hold the phone. I just want you to know that I, for one, will sleep safe and warm knowing that you're down there protecting us. Nighty-night.
Wait, suppose somebody calls, they'll know we're not here.
Good point. Okay, let's go. Right. As the wind blows. They haven't built the White House that we can't bust out of.
You know, as long as we're celebrating, I think I'll have extra whipped cream tonight.
I'm gonna have 2 kinds of toppings. What do you feel like, Aunt Lois?
I don't know, let me see. I feel like the elevator stopped.
It's stuck.
Dad has been trying to get them to fix this since he took office.
It'll probably start up in a second.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was out once for 3 weeks.
Well, there's no need to panic. The important thing here is not to panic.
You're not claustrophobic, are you, Aunt Lois?
No, don't be silly. I'm not afraid of the walls closing in or running out of oxygen or the lights going out and being left here alone in the dark.
Could any of that happen?
No, sweetheart, don't be silly. So cute. What could happen is that the cable could snap and we could plummet to our deaths. Oh, God, we have to get out of here!
Aunt Lois, don't you have that beeper that you can use to call the Secret Service?
I have to push this button, and I can signal one of the agents on their walkie-talkies,
right.
Which you jammed. Okay. That's no problem. No. That is why it is important to have an adult here who can keep her head about her when those about her are losing hers. This is a direct line to the phone upstairs, which I left off the hook. We're going to die. We're going to die. We're going to die.
Dad'll find us. Dad'll find us.
Yeah. The President of of the United States hasn't got time to look for us in an elevator because he is too busy humiliating people in an all-night poker game.
What about the Secret Service?
Oh, God, they think we're in our beds, remember? They won't look for us till morning.
All right, Aunt Lois. You're the grown-up. What do we do?
99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. If one of the bottles should happen to fall, 98 bottles of beer on the wall.
Triaminic asks the experts about the common cold.
A cold is miserable. I guess it's just part of growing up. You feel stuffy, you sneeze, and your eyes water, and you're coughing and sneezing, and your chest hurts. My mom is good to me, and she gives me Triaminic and everything.
Triaminic cough and cold medicines. What more pediatricians recommend. What moms trust. Shouldn't you?
You're just so happy that the cold is over, you just smile.
Today's copper top battery. So completely improved, it'll last up to 30% longer than the one we made just 3 years ago. Today's Duracell lasts 30% longer.
100 years ago, families first discovered log cabin syrup's rich maple taste. And since then, everyone's been helping with the dishes. Log Cabin, making breakfast since 1887.
Next, women in prison mourn the death of an inmate
I get to throw a funeral.
and reflect on the meaning of life.
I had a client die on me once. You just gotta roll them over and move on. We come here today to pay our final respects to Nell Thompson.
Women in Prison, next on Fox.
Someday, all this will be yours. So, you have to learn to manage your money well. This is California Federal's tiered checking account. The more money you put into tiered checking, the higher the interest rate you earn. Remember, higher balance, higher rate. And also remember, there are some things money can't buy. I'm just kidding.
You're unbeatable tonight, sir.
Well, perhaps you fellas are folding too quickly, huh?
No,
Not me. Okay, everybody ready up. Here we go. All right, pot's right. Here we go. Laughing screen.
Hold it. We're short again. 5 players, 4 chips. Who didn't ante again?
I'm in.
Me too. I'm in.
Well, I'm in.
Well, maybe I could have forgotten.
Okay, a wild deuce bets 50 cents. What do you say we play a little Minnesota Mousetrap?
I love it.
I don't know that one.
Oh, that's a great game. Everybody knows that, isn't that right?
First game I ever learned.
Yeah, it's starting to come back to me.
Sure. May I remind you that 3's in the hole or 9's are wild. Now, here we go again. Oh, by the way, the black 6 counts as a jack.
It does?
Of course.
Black 6 counts as a jack. Common knowledge.
Great. I got one too.
Daniel, the second black 6 is just a 5. I thought you said you played this game before.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's the matter with me.
Okay, 50 cents, last card. Here we go. A roundy. Not too possible, though that's a possibility. And home with another wild card. That's 3 jacks showing. Now, who would like to trade in his down card?
Can you do that?
Of course you can.
And in that case, I'd like to trade mine in.
That cost you $5.
In that case, I'll hold on to it.
That cost you $7.
Then I'll trade it in.
Too late. Anyone else?
No.
Well, you see, because of that, the dealer gets a free ride. Okay, ducky. $3.
Call.
Me too. Too rich for my blood.
Charlie, if it were only that easy.
Pardon me?
Charlie, it cost you $10 to get out. That's why they call it Minnesota Mousetrap.
Oh. In that case, I'll stay in.
It'll cost you $12.
What have you got, Mr. President?
Well, let's see. I got the wild deuce, the wild black 6, the wild trade-in, 7 of hearts, and a 9 in the hole, and dealer's privilege. I hope you can beat 6 jacks.
Damn, I've only got 4.
Too bad. Well,
Well, That's it. I'm tapped out.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, no,
Same here.
Come on, fellas. The shake of the evening. I'll tell you what. Why don't I teach you a brand new game? You don't need any money, and you'll have just as much fun.
It's kind of late.
Because I really would like to continue playing.
Well, let's play. Why not? And we don't have to have any money?
You better bet.
What's it called?
Well, in England, where the game originated in the 18th century, it was known as King's Whimsy. But in the cat house in France, where I learned during the war, it's known as Deal and Peel.
8 bottles of beer on the wall, 8 bottles of everybody. One of the bottles should happen to fall. 7 bottles of beer.
Aunt Lois, you really don't have to finish the song. We all know how it ends.
Okay, does everyone know Found a Peanut?
Oh, God.
Come on, this is not so bad. This is an attitude problem here. If we put our minds to this, we can have scads of fun right here.
How?
Play a game.
Okay, like what?
I don't know, charades, 20 questions, hide and go seek. Oh, come on. Loosen up, loosen up. Hey, I know what'll take our minds off this. Geography. Look at me, I'm having fun already. Okay, I'm gonna start. Okay. Antarctica.
Attica.
Alcatraz.
Leavenworth.
Sing, sing.
We have got to get out of here.
Well, let's see. Charlie, I got a 4, a 5, and a 7 of diamonds. What do you got?
3 aces.
I guess it's just not your lucky night, aren't you?
I guess not.
No, not the shirt. I thought I explained the rules of King's Whimsy very carefully. You see, the wild card parlay with clubs rampant demands the trouser sacrifice. Or as King George so aptly put it, he who overreaches forfeits his breeches. Wasn't very much you could tell him about cards. Just put him on top for next to day.
Sam, there's something I got to say right now. I don't care if you are president.
What's that?
Please, don't make fun of my shorts. They were a gift from my wife. She recklessly assumed that she'd be the only one that was going to see them.
Sure. We're among gentlemen, Charlie. We would never, ever make fun of your shorts. You know that. Well played, Charlie. Well, I think that does it for me tonight, gentlemen. I just take my winnings and go home. Unless someone disagrees. Does anyone disagree?
No, sir, no.
I thought not. Now I bid you good evening.
Mr. President, if I may be so bold, how the hell are we supposed to get home tonight?
Well, you can catch the number 81 bus about a quarter of a mile from here. Transfer at Kennedy Center. Oh, you're in luck. The opera should be getting out just about now. I do hope it stops sleeting.
Hold it! We've been screaming for 20 minutes. Obviously, nobody has heard us. But I have an idea. I could get on Aunt Lois's shoulders, climb up and open the hatch.
Absolutely not. I am not letting you do that.
No, you could get killed climbing up that elevator cable.
I just got this silk blouse back from the cleaners, and God only knows where his feet have been.
I don't mean climb up the cable. I bet if the hatch opens, an alarm will go off.
I feel very selfish about what I just said. If you're willing to do that, the least I can do is help. Here, give me your hand. I'll help you climb up on your sister.
Sam, we got to talk to you.
What about?
Well, this outrageous...
Charlie, you have the knees of a warrior. You really should consider wearing kilts.
This is not a joking matter.
Depends on where you're standing.
We happen to be standing in a draft, sir.
And more important, we're supposed to be respected members of your staff. If anybody saw us like this, we'd be a laughing stock.
It's midnight in the private quarters of the White House. Who the hell's going to see you? Hey, what's going on?
Intruder alarm, sir. I'm not dressed for intruders. Elevator coming up.
Oh, we're moving! Oh, they must have heard the alarm!
Well, now we're gonna get it.
No, we're not.
We didn't do anything wrong. All we did was take an elevator ride. There's no federal statute against that. You just act perfectly innocent, as though everything is completely normal. Good evening, Sam. Good evening, Charlie, Agent Gabler, everyone. Don't mind us. We're just passing through. Interesting shorts, Charlie.
Well, I think the crisis is over. If you'll excuse us, we have a rather important meeting going on.
We understand, sir. All right.
Mr. President, could you please tell us why you have subjected us to this ridicule tonight?
Yes, because you deserve it. Anybody disagree? That's the problem. You won't disagree with me. At meetings, all I hear is yesing, all I see is nodding, and tonight you let me cheat you practically blind and naked. Now, I count on you guys because you're damn good at what you do, but you're of no value to me unless I can trust you to stop me in case I'm about to commit some sort of grave blunder, a mistake that could affect the whole world. All right, now, I'm not going to put up with that anymore. From now on, the yesing is going to stop. Now, what do you got to say about that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's more like it.
Well, sir, you make a good point, and I think I can guarantee you that the four of us are not going to forget this night.
Well, I think one of you is going to remember it longer than the others, Charlie.
Why is that?
For some reason, I only have 3 pairs of pants.
Let it begin. Let your best come through. It begins with the beauty that belongs to only you. So let it begin.
Wash with medicated Noxzema skin cream every day instead of soap to really dig out oil and makeup. It's the best beginning for clean, clear, glowing skin.
Let it begin. Beautiful skin. Let it begin.
Beautiful skin. Let it begin with Noxzema.
Here's a smelly reason why you need Carpet Fresh Scent 2. D-O. Doggy odors. Carpet Fresh Scent 2 with double action eliminates D-O and leaves a fresh, clean scent. Nothing freshens carpets like Carpet Fresh.
Harold, Mom's staying in a mushroom.
It's magic mushroom.
Cute.
Long-lasting. With the centimeter system, so it's equally effective every day for over a month.
Long-lasting.
Magic mushroom, the long-lasting air freshener from Airwick.
Is chocolate your passion?
You want it bad. It's almost time. You got one thing on your mind.
The new deluxe chocolate collection from Jell-O. Creme desserts and chocolate almond, chocolate mint, and double chocolate. Made with so much rich, intense chocolate.
You can't live without the stuff. You can never get enough.
The new deluxe chocolate collection of creme desserts from Jell-O.
Tonight, Bean's mom has a date with an ex-plumber.
Wait a minute, aren't you Gordon Liddy, the famous Watergate conspirator?
What's G. Gordon Liddy doing in our living room putting the moves on Mom?
The new adventures of Beans Baxter. Then on Second Chance...
What do I smell in the air? Is it Lamore?
Chaz has a date with an older woman.
An affair between Wendy and Chaz is out of the question.
She wants me for sex.
Second Chance. Tonight on Fox Weekend Television. Next Saturday, Lois has a blind date, but there's trouble for Mr. President when it's revealed her date is under investigation by the government. Now, stay tuned for the outrageous new comedy Women in Prison, next on Fox.
I played a little football at Holy Cross. 6'4", 215. Very intimidating. Perfect for a linebacker. Not so good for a pediatrician. Kids are a little afraid of doctors to begin with. So for the past 15 years, the first thing I always do is sit down and kind of whisper.
As a member of Kaiser Permanente, you can have a personal physician, one like Dr. John Walsh. Kaiser Permanente, good people, good medicine.
1987 Motor Trend Car of the Year.
The world's best-selling car, America's design leader. These cars have one thing in common. They're built by a single car company that's anything but common. Ford.
Winning the world over. You're winning. Have you been behind the wheel? Winning the world over.
First, a Supreme Court nominee. Now, several congressmen, even presidential candidates, admit they use pot. Will the list that's growing like a weed end? The story on Fox News at 10.
Trapped in this cruel, crazy world. You feel so ashamed, you insist you were framed, and you cling to your soul, at least till parole. So misunderstood. Now you're missing the life that was so good. Yes, it was. While other girls make dates, now it's life in the joint. Clean yourself, what's the point? So your journey resumes back and forth across the room. Have them forward your mail. Now you're in
Women in Prison is brought to you by no-nonsense sheer and silky pantyhose. The same silky look and feel of some department store pantyhose at nowhere near the price. No nonsense.
She's got a walk that's set to music, so sexy, silky, smooth. She's a no-nonsense kind of woman. You gotta watch her every move.
No Nonsense Sheer and Silky has the same silky look and feel of some department store pantyhose at nowhere near the price.
Her legs steal the show, but it's never an act. And if you whistle at her, she might whistle back. No nonsense. Well, if the attitude fits, wear it.
Salon Selectives presents hair so beautiful you feel like you just stepped out of a salon.
Salon shine. Salon Selectives. Salon glow. Salon Selectives.
Salon Selectives from Helene Curtis. 4 salon shampoos, 4 salon conditioners. You select the combination that will give you salon beautiful hair.
Salon style.
Feel salon beautiful every day.
Salon Selectives.
There's something you should know about the cold medicine pharmacists recommend most for 12 hours of relief. Its name, Drixoral, the pharmacist's favorite.
When you want a hot meal without a big deal. Hot Pockets. Ham and cheese.
Pizza, please.
Barbecue, it's for you.
The tasty hot meal without a big deal. Hot Pockets. Yeah.
Tomorrow on 21 Jump Street.
Right.
Penhall and Hansen are assigned to a military academy.
Well, like cadets in uniforms and push-ups?
Then on Werewolf.
You are crossing swords with a very old wolf.
Jump Street and Werewolf together tomorrow.
I'm leaving a little early today.
Big plans for this evening?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Packers game and watch them lose. Well, maybe I'll meet a girl there.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. She'll ask me where I work, I'll say in a prison, and I'll get a good look at her thighs when she runs through the turnstile. Then I'll hop in my truck and play one of the only 8-track tapes left in existence. What about you? What are you gonna do tonight?
Me? Oh, I thought I'd go back down to my cell, kick back and rot.
Have a good one. Oh. Will you take this letter down to Don?
I'm sure you've already read this.
Of course I did. It's part of my job. And after you've mastered the Rolodex, it'll be part of yours.
I could never.
Yes, you could. In fact, we should start now.
No.
Read.
All right, I'll read it, but I won't retain. Dear Dawn, how are you? We all miss you and love you. Oh, this isn't so bad. Johnny learned how to ride a two-wheeler, and little Michelle can pee all by herself now. And by the way, your cousin Nell died a horrible, horrible death while knocking over an all-night mini-mart. Funeral services are this Friday.
You see? This is why we read the mail. We have to be prepared.
I see your point. When will the guards be by to take her to the funeral?
Take her to the funeral? Oh, right. Why don't we get her a limousine and a tuna casserole for the post-funeral party?
Are you being sarcastic?
Vicky, a warden doesn't let convicted murderers out on the street. That's a judge's job. Take that letter down to Dawn and then keep an eye on her.
Mr. Rafferty, don't you think you should stay just in case something happens?
Vicky, this isn't just a football game. It's a football game I have tickets for.
1, 2, 3. Boardwalk. Ooh, what a great place to open a cat house.
You can't. I already own it.
How could you? You haven't landed on it yet.
I took it when you went to the bathroom. Prison rules.
This was a terrible day for kitchen duty. The garbage disposal backed up.
Oh, you mean Loretta?
So what's for dinner?
Why do you always want to know what's for dinner? Don't you like to be surprised?
I used to. But nowadays I need to know whether or not to take my teeth out.
We're having bean soup.
I'll leave them in.
Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Eve. Hi, Dawn. How's your day been going so far?
Really bad, and I mean bad, not bad.
Oh, yeah? Well, you got some mail.
Oh, yeah? What's it say?
I didn't read it.
Tell me what it says, or I'll make hospital corners out of your eyelids.
Well, to highlight, little Michelle peed all by herself, and your cousin Nell died.
You're kidding? All by herself?
Yes, in the middle of a mini-mart.
Michelle peed by herself in the middle of a mini-mart?
No, Dawn. Your cousin Nell was killed in a mini-mart.
Oh.
I remember her.
Oh, she used to visit?
Yeah, once from 1979 to 1981. And again from 83 to 86. So Nell's dead. Well, it happens.
Wait a minute. Someone you were close to dies and you say it happens? How can you be so blasé?
Is that a color?
I know what Dawn means. You can't get too close to people. I had a client die on me once. You just gotta roll them over and move on.
Yeah, people die. It's kind of sad. But they leave you things. See these socks?
You're wearing a dead woman's socks?
She's wearing my dress.
Are you trying to tell me that when people die, you just ignore it?
Yes. Unless you have to help hide the evidence. Look, I mean, what am I supposed to do? It's not like I can get a weekend pass to the funeral.
There are other ways of saying goodbye.
Like what? Build a campfire and sing Johnny, We Hardly Knew Ye.
I hate campfires. There's one now.
We could have our own funeral service for Nell.
Now, how can we have a funeral for Nell without Nell?
What's the problem? You can have sex over the phone.
What Bonnie means is, I have no idea what Bonnie means.
What she means is we could have our own memorial service right here in the prison.
Yes, yes, and I'll organize it. Choose me, choose me.
Well, I would like a chance to pay my respects to Nell. Go ahead and arrange it.
You can count on me in a time of need.
Thanks.
Yay, I get to throw a funeral. Yay! Morning, how was the game?
Packers were scoreless and so was I. Is that a black wreath on my desk?
Yes, sir?
Did my desk die?
No, sir. It's for the funeral we're having. You know Dawn's cousin.
A funeral? Here? For Nell Thompson? I didn't know anything about a funeral.
Well, it was kind of a surprise. Surprise!
Vicky, come into my office.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about this funeral.
Okay.
We're not having it.
But, sir...
That's it. We're not having a funeral for Nell Thompson. It's a dead issue. You know what I mean?
I assume you have a good reason that won't make you sound like a stubborn man.
Yes, I do have a reason. Not that I need one. After all, I'm the warden.
Assistant warden.
Yeah, that's right. Shoplifter.
Civil servant.
Servant.
Just for that, you're not invited to the funeral.
That's fine with me. Wait, there is no funeral.
Why not?
Because Nell didn't just leave here. She's escaped. My first week on the job, it almost got me fired.
I'm sorry, sir, but it is not Dawn's fault that Nell escaped from under your very nose. Now, doesn't she still have the right to mourn her cousin?
She can mourn in her cell. I'm not going to stand here while Nell Thompson is anointed as a saint.
Oh, sir, I have nothing like that on the program.
You can never tell how people might react to an emotionally charged situation. No funeral for Nell Thompson.
Okay? Fine. But Dawn was looking forward to this funeral as if it were her own. I don't have the heart to tell her it's been called off. You will have to find a way to do that yourself.
The funeral for Nell Thompson has been called off. I should have been a priest.
Extremely gentle, extremely beautiful, extremely pure, extremely lush. CoverGirl introduces extremely gentle mascara for sensitive eyes. Irritant-free, gentle enough for contact lenses.
And so easy on the eyes.
New extremely gentle mascara in regular and water-resistant formulas. It's the sensitive side of CoverGirl eyes.
When Mother told me the facts of life, she didn't tell me everything. Take Playtex tampons. Fact. It's the only tampon that comes with deodorant or without. And it's great protection. Playtex tampons. When you know the facts.
Give your hair a fresh start, away from dulling buildup that most hair products leave behind.
Introducing Germac's new reviving system.
You'll see dramatic results in just one use, with gloriously revived shine and body. So try it. You'll love it.
Tomorrow, it's a Bundy family bowl-off, and they're unveiling their secret weapon.
Whoa, Bundy!
Married with Children, tomorrow on Fox.
We decided to do a supermarket survey at Bonds, where we take the prices on Bonds USDA Choice Beef and compare them with the prices on USDA Choice Beef at Lucky, Alpha Beta, Safeway, and Ralph's. There's just one problem. They don't have USDA Choice Beef. Survey's over.
Vons has lowered prices, but we haven't lowered our quality. A reminder from Vons, the More store.
Came to pick up Jake. Welcome back, old bean. Just remember, today's the first day of the rest of your life sentence. Take her away.
Excuse me, Meg. But as you know, Mr. Rafferty canceled my funeral.
Your funeral? What a lovely thought.
Meg. Huh? Couldn't you convince Mr. Rafferty that we'd behave? You know how to win a man over.
Well, I have popped a few corks in my day.
Before you elaborate on that, will you do it or not?
As you know, it's against my better judgment to do a favor for any prisoner, short of an unprovoked Heimlich maneuver. But I might make an exception if I had a good reason.
What kind of reason?
A chocolate one. Like those chocolate truffles your Aunt Gladys sent you?
You got it.
Hello, Mr. Rafferty. Bando here. About that funeral, I think you should let Vicky have it. She's a good kid. You will? Yes, sir. I'll take full responsibility. Well, thank you, sir. I try to do a fine job every day. Well, gotta go. Morning, sir. Good move, quashing that funeral.
Mr. Rafferty, would it be all right if I gave Nell's mugshot to Dawn?
Vicky, come.
Well, why not? It would cheer her up, you old grumpy grump.
Okay. But does this mean I don't have to hear about this funeral anymore?
Yes, sir.
All right, then call her.
I already did. Hi, Dot. I've got a surprise for you.
Oh, it's Nell. This sure brings back some memories.
Oh, I knew it would. When I think of my favorite cousin, I always remember those summers we spent in the country.
Seeing Nell reminds me of those winters I spent in Buffalo.
Happy winters.
Freezing winters. Now, I remember once we snuck into this bakery and Nell stole us a hot loaf of bread. And then we ate out the middle and used the hollowed out crust to keep our hands warm. It's the best mittens I ever had. Only mittens I ever had. It's too bad we aren't going to get to do that funeral. Thanks for the picture, though. It really cheered me up.
Glad I could help. Mr. Rafferty.
I told you, no funeral.
But you didn't hear the story about the breaded mittens. Mr. Rafferty, please, please.
All right, you've done it now. You've succeeded in reminding me of my ex-wife. I couldn't argue with her. I couldn't sleep with her. I couldn't lift her. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. We're gonna settle this thing the way my wife and I settled our divorce. Where are my cards? I'm gonna give you a 50-50 chance of having your own way, if you promise to abide by the decision.
50-50, that's fair.
That's more than fair. That's exactly fair. Even when you lose.
What makes you so sure I'm going to lose?
Because you're a girl, and men are better at playing cards.
What are we playing?
High card wins. Go ahead, cut.
Why does it have to be high card?
All right, then low card wins.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Okay, high card.
Are aces high or low?
Oh, that's what my wife said when she won the house. Have your stupid funeral.
Oh, Mr. Rafferty, thank you.
I'm kind of excited. I haven't been to a funeral service since I was 25.
Were they burying then or just lighting the funeral raft and kicking it down the river?
Hi, everyone. Good news. I found a mortuary that would loan us a coffin just for show. Unfortunately, it's a floor model, so they'll need to pick it up in time for their going under sale. How's the eulogy coming?
So-so.
Nell was a good friend and a good shot. Verily, so was the mini-mart cashier. Have you tried something a little more upbeat?
Like what?
Well, for my public speaking class in college, I once wrote a eulogy for all the soldiers in all the wars that ever were.
Sounds pretty focused.
Let me see if I can remember. For Sergeant Aaron Aarons, we'll miss your infectious laugh. For Sir Arthur Aarons, we admired your bowmanship. For all those brave Argonauts.
Do you ever stop to listen to yourself?
Here.
What?
I can't read this.
Sure you can. Just pronounce it like you spelled it.
No, I mean at the funeral. I'm not going.
What do you mean?
I can't handle this. Just hearing you talk about that coffin, reminds me of how upset I get at funerals.
Don Murphy, don't you dare start getting the creeps on me.
Look, it's not just that. If I go to this funeral, I'll start crying.
So?
So I got a reputation here. People see me breaking up, they start thinking I'm a candy ass. That they can push me around.
Oh, I'm sure a little sniffle or two.
Look, I'm not going, and that's final.
All right. Fine. But I think you should ask yourself, if the handcuff were on the other foot, would your cousin Nell be sitting in her cell letting other people mourn your death? I think not. I'm going to the funeral. Let your conscience be your guide.
Eve, what do you think? If I don't go to the funeral, am I damned to hell?
Nah. Don't worry about it, kid. You're going to hell either way.
I can't believe Rafferty okayed this funeral. Prison isn't supposed to be fun. Come on, let's get this swan song on the road.
We're waiting for someone. Chocoholic.
All right. Let's get this thing started.
Yeah, come on. Let's wait for Dawn. She could change her mind. I always do. Let's not wait for Dawn.
Why isn't Dawn here? I thought this whole thing was supposed to be for her.
Mr. Rafferty, I don't need you reiterating the obvious. The obvious is obvious enough as it is. And now I have to get up and give a eulogy for someone I never knew. And this, Mr. Rafferty, this is a tough audience.
All right. Just calm down. You'll do fine. Everything's okay. My boys are here, and they're primed. Anybody shoots off their mouth, we shoot off their mouth.
That's a comforting thought to a public speaker, sir. Friends of the deceased, Mr. Rafferty, Riot Squad. We come here today to pay our final respects to Nell Thompson.
Just blowing.
At ease, boys.
What can we say about Nell? Most of us first met Nell after she burned down an entire city block. Look, what really needs to be said here is a woman has died. And this may seem like a sad time, but actually it's not. Because she, unlike those of us here, is really, truly free. Dying for Nell was the ultimate rehabilitation. She has been pardoned from the prison cell of her body. Her spirit made parole. Her soul has posted bail. She has finally made the great escape.
What are you doing in there?
I wanted a good seat.
Nice try, Murphy. All right, this funeral is over. Bando, help this lady out of here and then dump her in the hole.
My pleasure.
Dawn, how could you? You ruined a perfectly good funeral.
Well, you ruined a perfectly good escape.
Her spirit made parole?
can't believe she used me like this.
Vicky, you keep forgetting you're in prison now. Most of the people here are not nice. Most of them are rotten, deceiving ingrates, and they'll never change.
I choose not to believe that, Mr. Rafferty. You may have given up on these people, but I still believe there's a little good in every human being.
You really believe that?
Yes, I do. I have to. I'm a Vicky. Where's the wreath? Where the hell is the wreath? Give me that!
See you tomorrow morning.
Would you mind playing something else? I find that tune really depressing.
I only know one other song. I wrote it myself.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
All right. I hate prison. I really hate prison. Prison sucks. Oh, I hate prison.
You've got to love that plus. Who wants a diaper that's minus the plus?
Introducing Ultra Pampers Plus. It's going to make you think twice about your diaper.
Now there's a plus.
What's the plus? Right in the middle is something no other diaper has. A revolutionary micro-thin liner. So absorbent, it alone could keep your baby dry. It's like an extra layer of leakage protection for her and everything around her.
Plus, it's great.
Like a diaper within a diaper. Now your baby can be dry all over.
Dry shirts. Dry sheets. Dry sleepers.
New Ultra Pampers Plus.
Oh, what a plus.
It's all the dryness a mother can give.
We can't wait to try it.
When your sore throat is slow torture, Chloroseptic Spray is fast relief. How fast? So fast, she'll feel relief even before we can finish this commercial.
Got great curves? Great curves deserve 18-hour. Playtex 18-hour bra. Supports full figures more beautifully, comfortably. Great curves deserve the 18-hour bra. From Playtex, the fit that makes the fashion.
Hot Pockets, hot. When you want a hot meal without a big deal. Hot Pockets. Ham and cheese.
Pizza, please.
Barbecue, it's for you.
The tasty hot meal without a big deal. Hot Pockets.
Next, Beans is suspicious of Mom's new date.
What's G. Gordon Liddy doing in our living room?
Could he be a spy? Beans Baxter. Then, Chaz is seeing an older woman. But who's going to teach whom a lesson?
She wants me for sex.
Second Chance, right after Beans Baxter. Coming your way next on Fox. Tomorrow, go bowling with the Bundys on Married with Children. It's the Bundys against the Stoats in a high-stakes family feud. But the Bundy team's one player short. Will Steve become an honorary Bundy to save the game? Find out tomorrow on Married with Children, here on Fox.
Monday at 8, Fox 11's Nightmares Week begins. This is no dream. This is Freddy. This is a nightmare on Elm Street. Come to Freddy. When you close your eyes, the nightmare begins.
This is just a dream. He isn't real.
Say hello to Freddy, then say goodbye. The original Nightmare on Elm Street, a world television premiere. Monday at 8 on Fox 11. Viewer discretion advised.